Okay, guys, I ain't gonna do no theme song this week. Gonna do a quick coverage of Out of Mind and Recovery One. I didn't realize how short they both were. I knew they were only 4 or 5 episodes each, and I just thought the episodes were longer. So, Out of Mind takes place after the events of season 4. The way we know this is because when Tex does capture Wyoming in Out of Mind, he makes a note that O'Malley has already jumped out of Doc into somebody else. Um, that was not revealed until the second to last or the last episode of season 4. So, yeah, it takes place after the events of season 4. But Out of Mind starts off with Tex, like she left in season 4, running after Wyoming. She tracks Wyoming down to a base, and he has a blue and a red soldier guarding his base. When Tex gets there, she tries to get in. They won't let her. She kills the both of them. Wyoming comes out. They have a little back and forth about Wyoming's like, oh, thank you. Tomorrow's payday. Now you just saved me a bunch of money. But they were my 2 best soldiers. Back and forth. Wyoming speeds off in his Warthog, and Tex uses a sniper to get a tracking device put on it, and she follows him, but she knows she's going to need help. So she goes and finds another old freelancer buddy, Agent York, which is still paired up with Delta, the AI Delta. He's a little green guy, pops about this big on York's shoulder. He's actually the first AI that we actually see the AI, not counting when they were in Caboose's head and they saw O'Malley. So York and Tex talk. Delta says why they shouldn't trust Tex, even though she don't have Omega. And in the end, York does go with Tex. They track down Wyoming. They break into where he is. A firefight pursues. And as they're about to catch Wyoming, Tex is giving York cover fire and her gun jams. Because her gun jams, York gets shot and York dies. Tex does offer to take Delta with her, but Delta rather stay behind with York. Tex explains that how the suits are programmed that in case of an freelancer dying, that the AI will be erased. Believing this has happened, we leave York thinking he's dead, and Tex goes off to finish off Wyoming. York is dead. We think Delta has been erased. Tex and Wyoming have a little back and forth. Wyoming now reveals that Omega or O'Malley, whatever you want to call him, is no longer in Doc and has passed on to somebody else, and we'll never figure out who it was. It wasn't until about halfway through season 5 it finally is revealed who it was. And even then, that person even had more of a secret identity that was not revealed until the end of season 9. Yeah, season 9. Might be wrong. That might have been the end of season 10. But anyway, she starts beating out of Wyoming, and for somehow Wyoming teleports out of where he's at. She has no idea how. She just decides to go back to Blood Gulch now, knowing that O'Malley, Omega are not in Doc no more. Now, that is the end of Out of Mind. Now, Recovery 1, there is no way, at least after I was just watching it again, I have not been able to conclude if you can pinpoint, does the events of Recovery 1 happen literally right after that? Or is there a time window before Recovery 1 happens? Recovery 1 starts off with us meeting Agent Washington, another freelancer. He has black and yellow armor. I should probably describe that. York has yellow armor, something similar to Gris, just a little bit darker. He is working with Project Freelancer, and it is his job when a freelancer dies to go recover his armor. And this is where it's revealed that the AIs are not deleted on death; they are just encrypted until they can be recovered. When he recovers or reactivates Delta, Delta explains the logic on why that's a bad idea, and he says, "Well, it's cheaper to encrypt you than it is to delete you." Which you would think it's just delete and you're destroyed. I don't know. They never did explain the process on how you delete an AI. There was a scenario in the end of season 6 where, yes, they did delete a couple AIs, but that was actually destroying a whole base, and I'll explain that in season 6. At this time, Delta reveals there is another person still alive here, and this is where we are introduced to the meta. We out through all Recovery 1, we do not see what the meta looks like. We do not see what the meta looks like until in the middle of season 6, which is a continuous of Recovery 1. Matter of fact, let me find it right now. I don't even see my Red First Blue DVDs. Season 6 is called Reconstruction, and it is a continuous, but then again, you can also tell time has jumped from the end of Recovery 1 to Reconstruction. The meta now attacks Washington. Washington, with the help of Delta, escapes. At this point, they get a distress call from Agent North, another freelancer who's in trouble. They go, they find out the meta is now attacking him and kills him. At the time, Agent North Dakota was teamed up and hiding with his sister, Agent South Dakota. It's revealed later on why Washington does not like AIs in him. So when he took Delta, he didn't put them in him. He put them in a storage unit. Now that they're teamed up with South, he gave it to South so that she could help him. That Delta could help her. At this point, Agent South betrays Agent Washington, shoots him in the back as they're fighting the meta, and she runs off with now having Agent North's bubble shield and Agent York's AI Delta. The meta is about to attack her to get both of them, but she persuades him into going after Washington instead. She says to him, "You can either chase me and get off firefight and maybe not win, or you could take Agent Washington's healing units and take the sure thing." Any stupid idiot would know to take the sure thing, so she does escape. Agent Meta does take Agent Washington's healing unit, but it is not explained why. We believe at this point that Agent Washington was killed. It is in season 6 we discover no, he was not killed. And that is the end of. Well, it is also revealed that Agent South was Recovery 2. and she was working with Command. Apparently, Command did not trust Washington, and did have her set up to take him out. She was supposed to come back to Command and get reconfigured with everything, so she had proper training of the AI and of her special armor abilities. And that was the end of Recovery 1. In a couple days, I will be doing episode 5, or yes, season 5. And there's some big twists coming up in season 5, and also the end of Blood Gulch. I pronounced it wrong again. I apologize. Season 6 begins with a little trip to Blood Gulch, but after that, they're in Rat's Nest. They're in a bunch of different maps, but I will explain that in season 6. Have a nice week, guys.